Hi guys, and welcome to Matters Arising in the Straits of Africa. And my name is Nelo, and good morning to you. And today, being the 30th day of March 2021, we have different news coming from different news headlines across Nigeria. And the first on our list here is coming from the Punch newspaper. And the main headline here is Buhari leaves for London medical holiday today as doctors set for strike. And our president to spend 2 weeks in United Kingdom for routine checkup. And resident doctors fault FG, say it failed to implement agreement. And FG asks NARD to stop April 1st strike, say negotiation is ongoing. So this is the main headline and to whom it may concern. And we have other sub-headlines here. And this says 3 crude export pipeline recorded 1,603 attacks in 2 years, JTF said. And we have again Senate summons Emefiele, say Federation accounts $9.5 million missing. And PDP attacks APC over alleged 25 trillion naira missing fund. Demands probe. In Buhari National Assembly in closed doors meeting over security and vaccine budgets. Still on still, we have police arrest woman for allegedly killing mother in Ondo. Oh. And these schools failed to pay 510,053 billion naira in 2020, says NERC. And Ohaneze advocates national summit, plans partnership with Southeast states. And some terrorists are bandits, kidnappers, fund operations with ransom, says Fahimi. And then we have Oyo students vandalize vehicles as truck kills 4 Okada rider. And Nigerians tired of fasting introduce stimulus, Tinubu tells FG. And this and more you can get from the Punch newspaper for today. So get a copy if you're interested in any of the news, or check out their website. And the next on our list is coming from the Leadership newspaper. And the main headline here is Rising Global Demand Brightens Nigeria's Exports Prospects. And is on 6 trillion cubic feet of gas. As PMB pledged full utilization of gas resources to lift economy, and says NLNG generated $114 billion revenue and paid $18 billion dividend to FG. And 4,954 died on Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway in 4 years. And PMB travels to London for medical checkup. I'll support Tinubu presidency only if he declares whatever he declares. Only if he declares. I think so. That's coming from Fashola. And then we have other sub-headlines. A pathway conversation series. Why delay in devolving power resources is dangerous. And still on this, Nigeria imported 4.9 trillion naira chemical products in 4 years. MAN said, and FG flags up 50 billion naira export expansion facility programs, and we have 25 trillion naira missing under APC government, says PDP. And we have Nigeria firms joins Zoom, others in $75 billion global virtual meeting app markets. Okay, and this and more you can get from the Leadership newspaper for today. And the next on our list is coming from the Daily Sun, and the main headline here is protesters ground APC headquarters and demand extension of membership registration and revalidation. And IPOB dares Navy on ESN. No amount of threat will make us disband security outfit, vows pro-Biafra group, and denies involvement in killing of security operatives. And MAWA and NDLA top officials undergo drug integrity tests. And again, Obaseki wins as tribunal dismisses all petition. Come again and come again. Again, Obaseki wins as tribunal dismisses all petitions. And FG flags off 50 billion naira export support program and marvels to boost Southeast economy, embark on lead, zinc, limestone, salt processing clusters in Ebonyi State. A mastermind of insurgency sponsoring banditry, kidnapping to fund campaign, Fayemi said, and president leaves for London for medical checks to meet security chiefs before departure. And Nigeria is stronger together, Buhari said. So Nigeria is stronger together. Okay, and the next analysis is coming from the Daily Trust newspaper. And the main headline here is release money to boost economy, Tinubu tells Buhari. And we have other sub headlines under it. We have employ 50 million youths to tackle insecurity. We're stronger together, President said. And we need visa to move around if Nigeria breaks up, Osibanjo said. And Kano meeting purely about 2023 PDP stalwarts. And we have other sub-headlines here. And this one is Senate panel summons Emefiele again over missing $9.5 million. And NLNG has generated 43.3 trillion naira from gas so far, Buhari said. And FG plans supplementary budget for arms purchase, COVID-19 vaccine. So we have 34 months after Buhari on fresh medical trip to UK. And one killed, several injured as police and shites clash in Abuja. Anti-party PDP suspends ex-Nigerian governor Babangida Aliyu. And fresh communal violence erupts in Oyo. And this and more you can get from this Daily Trust newspaper for today. So if you're interested in any of them, you can check them out by their website or you can get a copy. We have this one coming from the Daily Times newspaper. And the main headline here says FG states debt profile rises to FG and state debt profile rises to 32.92 trillion naira. And we have sub headlines here. Gas, Nigeria to fully utilize gas resources to lift economy. And on arms supply, Buhari to approach National Assembly with special requests for arms supply. And on road contracts, the PDP demands review of 2.12 billion per kilometer road costs in naira, and alleges 642 billion naira contract pardon. So these are more you can get from the Daily Times newspaper. If you're interested in it, you can check them out. And we have this coming from the Business Day. And Nigeria, decades of gas hangs on pricing and regulations. And this is the main headline from the Business Day. And we have 538 billion naira port revenue shows private sector can generate more for government. And Nigerian New Waves eyes $75 billion video market with new app. And I think these are the what we have on the front page of the Business Day. So you can get it or check out their website. And this is coming from the Guardian newspaper. And the main headline here is Nigeria competing with bandits to recruit jobless youth, says Tinubu. And we have Nigeria better off together, says Buhari. Eminent citizen advocates national rebate, inter-ethnic equity. And we still have this. Nigeria pushes fintech revolution in Africa. Revenues to hit $543 million by 2022. And this is booming space to create jobs for youth and tech. Startup vice with Zoom in $75 billion virtual meeting market. And health professionals allege variation in FG's vaccination plan. And those behind insurgency in Northeast responsible for escalating banditry, kidnapping, says Fayemi. And Buhari leaves for medical checkup in UK. And 6 feared dead as headers and ESN clash in Enugu. Row over 27 billion aviation intervention fund. So all these are more you can get from the the Guardian newspaper for today. So we have want to take a look at what we can get from the Premium Times newspaper for today. The first on our list is MPFL round-up. Kwara United retain top spot with third away win. And this is teenager stabs friend to death over horse. Ooh. And FG launches exports grants portal. And PDP asks Buhari APC to account for stolen 25 trillion naira. And Liberia, how Jibril Masopi massacred many civilians, witnesses saying. The same place we heard about the claims that Angel Gabriel ordered that children should be killed. In special reports, Abuja community turns kidnappers having despite housing to security agency. What's that? And Shitu Adebayo narrowly escaped a kidnap attempt in February. The 40-year-old teenage writer was returning from work around 8 p.m. when his car came under gunfire less than 200 meters to his house. The house is in an estate in Peggy, a community in Kuje Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And Mr. Adebayo abandoned his car and fled into the bush, keeping to a footpath that led to the fence of the estate. And they eventually turned back when they saw that I was approaching the estate gate. Police and other people that heard the gunshot were already waiting for me in the estate. He narrated to our reporters in February as he showed pictures of his bullet-riddled and blood-stained car. And Edwin Obiekwe, 65-year-old, had a similar experience 7 days earlier, but was not as lucky as Mr. Adebayo. He had instinctively turned off his car engine when he saw 2 men shooting at his vehicle. I turned off my engine and laid down in the bush behind my car, but the 2 men came flashing their torchlights. They found me and led me into the bush to join 6 other people they had already kidnapped, he recalled. I told them I was coming from Jabi, where I went to collect money from my brother to eat. They asked how much. I said 20,000 naira. They forced their hands into my pocket and took all the money, my eyeglasses, handkerchief, and car key. Mr. Obiekwe said the robbers then released him when they noticed his poor health. Kidnapped for ransom in Peggy. Despite housing a division of the Nigerian police and a naval barrack, kidnapped for ransom is rife in Peggy. And community leaders said at least 30 persons have been kidnapped in the area in the last 2 years. About 50 million naira have been paid as ransom. But Premium Times investigation identified about 49 direct victims of abductors in the area within that period. Stated south of Kuje, the headquarters of one of Abuja's 6 area council, Peggy, has a population of about 16,000 made up of mostly farmers and civil servants. Farmers, civil servants, and artisans. That's happening in Abuja. And NSAS, Osun panel closes public sitting after treating 34 petition. And we have We have Buhari off to London for medical checkup, official. And we have 497 Nigerian policemen killed in 6 years, reports. Insecurity, Buhari, Fayemi meets on arms procurement for service chiefs. And Nigeria begins development of mineral resources in geopolitical zones, minister saying. And over 560,000 Nigerians receive first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. And Nigeria's debt rises to 32.92 trillion naira. And NSAS panel, 80% of cases still at hearing stage in Kaduna. And PDP demands review probe of 797 billion naira Abuja Kaduna Zaria Kano road contract. Group files suits to stop appointment of new appeal court judges. And giant ship blocking, Suez Canal finally freed. And then we have Nigerian Health Advocacy Group gets international certification. And Army will deal with all security threats, Atahiro said. And voters' apathy. Nigerian legislative election witnesses 3% turnout. Eyimofe returns to Nigeria after successful run at Top Film Festival. And Tinubu leadership style unusual, Osibanjo said. Nigerian idol Shei under fire for bullying 17-year-old contestant. NDLEA intercepts over 2 billion illicit drugs at Lagos airport. And we have Nigerians in NBA. Jordan Wara shines on first start with double-double. Okay, we have how we killed soldiers, police officers, 31-year-old IPOB member saying. Okay, and the chairman of the APC, CECPC, and executive governor of Yobe State, H.E. May Mala Buni, former interim chairman of the APC, Chief B.C. Akande, and governor of Kano, Governor Ganduje, and other dignitaries at the 12th Bola Tinubu Kolikum in Kano State. We've agreed that Nigerians are better, stronger together, Buhari said. And Osibanjo to participate in Tinubu Kolikum from Abuja. And then we have, I was offered $80 million bribe over suspicious 159 billion judgment debts, Fayemi said. And Buhari speaks on Nigerians' main objective for gas sector. And tension as US backs Philippines against Chinese vessel in disputed reef. And Nigerian Health Advocacy Group gets international certificates. Stanbic IBTC, CAP, Lafarge top stocks to watch this week. An exclusive, top NCC officials enmeshed in 122 million fraud. And this and more we can get from. Okay, we have inflated expenditure. We only spent 890,000 naira on COVID-19 software, Kogi government saying. So this and more we can get from the Premium Times newspaper for today. If you're interested in more details, you can check them out. Check out their website or get a copy. Thank you. I remain your girl Nilo, and do not forget to hit on that subscribe button. Subscribe for free if you're watching us from YouTube, and if you're watching us from Facebook, hit on the like. Thank you, and see you tomorrow for more news updates. Bye.